So it is currently August 26, 2025. We're going to do a mid-grade room tour for a room here in Kyoto. So this is off-peak season, so it's late August, heading into September, so it's off-peak. This room runs about $95 a night. It's in a pretty good proximity to the nearby market, and it's in a good location. It's moderately sized. It's nothing crazy big, nothing crazy small. It's definitely comfortable for at least two, maybe four, depending on how you want to sleep, your arrangements. But this is what we consider. We classify this as a mid-level. So they run from 85 a night to 150 a night, depending on the time of year and where you're at. So Tokyo, mid-grade would be about 150 a night for mid-grade Tokyo. Kyoto, off-peak season, 85, 95, 105. That's usually where you're going to look for something like this size. So, give you a little walkthrough so you can see what a mid-level Airbnb looks like. Sorry about my socks. You take your shoes off in Japan when you come in. So first, bathroom. Also known as otearai in Japanese, or toire. Toire is a little easier to say. And the Japanese famous tushy wash. Wash your tushy. Once you do your bath, you can wash your hands. Cozy little room, nothing crazy. Here we have the kitchenette, in case you want to heat up some food or maybe cook while you're here. Usually they come with pots and pans, especially the Airbnbs. So, little bits of stuff here, there, and yonder. They're usually pretty decently equipped. Nothing crazy. You ain't gonna cook no 5-course meal in here. That's for heating up water in case you want to make some cup noodles or something. Microwave. Wonderful refrigerator. This is standard refrigerator size in Japan. So most homes would have a refrigerator about this size. They usually shop every day. This is for letting people in. They're down there waiting, and you can buzz them in. Trash. They're very particular about their trash here in Japan. Things do have to be sorted. Sometimes they even mark the bag. So, it's not really for foreigners or tourists, but for residents, they are pretty strict about garbage. This here's the 2 little bedroom area. Moderately sized. It's nice. Nothing too small. Beds are not huge. They're twins. These 2 twin beds are supposed to sleep 2 per bed, so 4 people, but that's Japanese. Most people in Japan, like 90% of the population, are very thin. Only a very small percentage of the population are obese, so they're used to sleeping in smaller beds compared to what most Americans would be using. They're very comfortable, though. Very soft. Comforters are very, very soft. Air conditioning, very cold. It will be off when you arrive, so when you get in your room, any room you come to almost, they'll be off. You'll have to turn them on. So it takes a little bit to cool off when you first get in your room in Japan. They like to conserve electricity. Little table for planning your day, in case we haven't already planned it out for you. Television, or terebi in Japanese. This here's a Japanese bathroom. This is where you do your cleaning. So nice little sink there for pre-washing your clothes or getting stains out or washing your hands after you use the bathroom. Over here we got the washing machine. You'll notice there's no dryer. The dryer is right here. This is the dryer in Japan. Hang your clothes up at night. Make sure you do your laundry in the evening. Hang them up to dry overnight. You'll see there's lots of little things to hang your clothes up with to dry them out. Again, they love to be eco-friendly here. Washing machine, it seems difficult, but it's actually pretty easy to work. We'll show you how if you really need us to. This here is where you take a shower and a bath. I absolutely love Japanese bathtubs and bathrooms. Very, very good pressure. Water is amazing. Quality is amazing. I can't speak enough about the water quality in Japan. Every time I come here, I love taking showers. It's just one of my favorite things to do every day. Plus, it's really hot and muggy, so you'll want to take one every day anyway, if you don't already at home. Here in Japan, you take a shower, get clean, and then you get in a bathtub to soak. Kind of relax them muscles and joints. But that's a tour of a mid-level apartment here in Kyoto. So this is what you might expect if you want us to book you a mid-grade room. If you wanted a Higher scale room, it may still be this size, but the amenities will be different. It'll have a better view. It'll be in a better location. This one's not in a bad location. But it really, really depends on what you're looking for. If you need more room, it's not always about price. You don't go luxury just to get a bigger room. You can say I want it mid-grade, but I want the biggest room you can find me. So I will tell you right now, if you try to book rooms on your own, you will find they are amazing at taking photographs. The first few times I came to Japan, the photographs look amazing. I get there and like, what the heck? Where's the rest of the room? You'd be surprised how often that happens. They're amazing at taking photographs, and it's all legit. You look at the pictures and you look at the room. You're like, yeah, this is it. But the angles that they were using when they were taking those, they had to have been a spider on the wall when they took those pictures because man. But we know how to find you the rooms that are actually good size like this. This is a decent size for Japan. This is not a big room or a small room. This is pretty moderate. There's much smaller for much more. So, got to be careful about that. But this is about what you'll expect when we book you a mid-grade room.